Today, we're launching Knowledge Hubs, a new way to query all your internal business knowledge that gives you thorough answers that you can rely on. There's a lot of tools out there that perform RAG on your files, but they all tend to give corollary answers that aren't good enough for professional work. So we set ourselves two goals for Knowledge Hubs. First is that if the answer is anywhere in your internal documents, AI should find it. It shouldn't just give you its best guess, even if it takes a little bit longer. And second, AI agents should be able to query your company's Knowledge Hubs so that they can solve tasks with the same up-to-date information of your colleagues. Knowledge bases are very easy to use. You connect your integrations like SharePoint, Drive, or Gong, or add your files to a library with virtually no limit to its memory, and these will become part of a shared knowledge base. Now, when you ask a question to Concierge, it will know whether it should search the web, run a specialist agent, or in this case, query the Knowledge Hub. Within a couple of seconds, it will give me a thorough answer that includes citations that go as deep as the position on the page where this information came from. Concierge just provided me with 8 figures that would normally not be retrieved with traditional RAG. These were deeply embedded within 30-page documents full of financial metrics. This is thanks to V7's index knowledge, which embeds files in a unique way for different document types and different industries, and at retrieval time, it quickly scans them to decide where to allocate its context window. As a side-by-side comparison with RAG, index knowledge used 60% more tokens, but it provided a correct answer. In most business contexts, this is a good trade-off. The more complex your query, the more thorough the analysis of the Knowledge Hub will become, ranging between quick and instantaneous answers to deep financial research spanning hundreds of files to find all the figures that you need. Agents can also search Knowledge Hubs as part of their work. For example, our tax customers automating claims on V7 Go can add all their claims processing documentation into a hub so that a specialist agent working on each jurisdiction will know exactly what steps to take when tackling a new claim. We think this is particularly powerful for data room analysis, one of the large and complex tasks that we set ourselves to solve this year. Before, you had to run every file in a data room through a specialist agent, which was hugely inefficient. Now, you can create a Knowledge Hub with the data room, post your due diligence questions to Concierge, and watch it thoroughly query hundreds of files to provide answers on the fly. And sometimes it will use specialist agents for anything more complex, like evaluating financial models or spreadsheets. Another thing that was important to us when building Knowledge Hubs is that they shouldn't be black boxes of embeddings, but rather a clean, self-populating wiki with all the entities that you care about, such as assets for an asset manager or properties for a real estate firm, and all their up-to-date information from any sources. For example, we recently had a call with Nathan at Air Street Capital where we discussed potential partnerships with Acme Inc., a third-party company. Any relevant snippet from this call will populate in both the Air Street file and in the Acme Inc. file in my hub. No more searching across notes from different calls or documents in messy directories. This is an interesting development of how CRMs are set to evolve, no longer segregating information within one email domain, but spreading knowledge across any entity that you recognize, whether it's companies, products, assets, or people, coming from any source that your business interacts with. We believe the current CRM structure is a thing of the past, and AI indexes, like Knowledge Hubs, will provide much better context. For example, I can ask it to prep me for my next meeting with KPMG, and it'll receive information from all the latest mentions of this company in my last few weeks of work, regardless of where they came from. Knowledge Hubs is one of the many things that we're shipping this summer to make AI agents smarter at both providing answers and getting work done. If you're working on a data room, or you just need to query vast amounts of internal knowledge, go give it a try. I look forward to seeing you on the platform.